Okay, let's hide the names. Actually, which is the one? Is the... Okay, let's start from here. The head and the tail of each bendy bone is a spot that was snapped to the face mesh. I don't want to move them right now, so I'll snap the head of each of these handler control bones to the tail of their respective bendy bone. For that I need the snap tool for vertex, because this will identify these as vertices. But then there is the mesh. I need to hide the mesh, otherwise this would be very painful. Let's start. You see, it's very easy to snap this way, but I need to have this selection. And you may notice that some adjustments of the bendy bones already occur, but not totally, since these bendy bones are lacking some substance. I mean some features, because I've deleted part of the bendy bone sets that was already automated. Now I need to adjust these settings. I want to look at the names again. Okay, so on the Bone Properties tab we go on Bendy Bones panel, and then we look for this. There's enough space here. Okay, so this is Bendy Bone 1, and it got handler 1, which is here. So it needs that one, so I just need to pick that. Control C, Control V, and change to 2. Now this starts on 2 and ends on 3. Again. Now 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7. Yes, I have too many bendy bone sets, but this is better for the rig that I want to make. Good expressions for the organic rigging character. 9, 10, 10 and 1, because it loops. Maybe I forgot to connect this one. No, it got the wrong one. Okay, so now I need to check on pose mode for the stretch to bone constraint, because they also got lost in the process. So I need to connect this to handler 2, which is here, then this one to handler 3, 4, 5. So they lost their target, but not the bone constraint. 6, I guess. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 1. Now we can go back on the viewport and check the mesh, because now is when I'm gonna start to try to make some relocations on the... In the case I have here 3 elements in the selection, because this is the handler and the tail of a bendy bone and the head of the next bendy bone. So I have 3 elements here, and then with medium point I can at the same time grab it and rotate it in a way that the bendy bones, their splines, or actually their curve, respect the control bone already on edit mode, because this automatically happens on pose mode when everything is well set. But on edit mode, if we want that properly set, we have to have proper settings, you see. So this is the trick, medium point. And then as I get this snap to face project, I want the center of the selection maybe. I guess this should work. It's a bit risky, but it's not the worst thing. So I'm not exactly sure what is the center here, but let's just see. Yes, this could have some improvements. Usually is light stuff to develop here because everything was more or less good enough already from the start. Okay, and another thing that could be that I forgot to address is that actually I could make some bone rolls. Select all these bones and make some global y-axis bone roll. So probably this mess up the bendy bones, they got twisted in bad ways. Yeah, see, but we'll try to fix this now. So I will have to derotate these bendy bones. Looks like this is not connected. It failed to connect, or I forgot. Alright, now it is. I can hold shift to make slighter change. Let's hide this. I think these bones, indeed, they can have a bone roll which is... This could be solved at any moment later on if there is something really bad regarding this rotation. So at least we know about this. Some may have... Not anyone has the too big rotation. Maybe this one too much negative. Let's see. It's gone pose mode, and of course it's now that I need to solve this because I've manipulated the bendy bone sets on edit mode. So the stretch to bone constraint needs to have this solved, reset. Original length. The last one should be this one, already done. Now I want to create extra bones for the eyebrow. I'm gonna duplicate bendy bone sets in hope that I can reuse this for the eyebrow. So this will be some sort of a bendy bone sequence that I wanted to copy everything from the top region of the eye contour rig. They probably require renaming. Go here and first move this to eyebrows. What we have here, let's see, they'll be mixed up. It's okay, there are a few bones here. So let's see if I can rename. Let's rename, set name something more like CTL for control, then eyebrow bendy bone handler left 001. Let's hope this creates 3 and 4. Okay, it worked. And now here, then no handler here. That's same for the rest. 01, 02. And did they update their targets? It did. Now I will already assign these copy transforms. So copy transforms, copy transforms, copy transforms, and copy transforms. So Now it can be a bit tricky because I might not know what I'm editing. Let's take these and like make this larger, and these I don't know if I want to make them larger or smaller. Let's see what happens if we select both here. I want to make them smaller, right, than the eye contour. It's a way to differentiate. These are constrained, right, to the others. First, let me add an empty, maybe a sphere, usually a sphere that they do. It's not an extras, okay. Then let's go here. It must be on pose mode. Custom, I need to press Alt, click, then select the empty, scale, no, not this. So let's make some changes here. Okay, so I want this value here, here, and here, and they are a bit displaced. They go on local axis. This is the way to go in order to centralize them a bit more. Might not be perfect, but I feel like this is an improvement. They feel a bit too small. Augment even more here. Alright. Actually, instead of using the centralization from these translations, I will reset these things. All these three, okay. As I pick these bones, actually they're copy transforms, which might not be exactly the best bone constraint or bone constraints, because then it's all combined. I will put 0.5, this will centralize, and then target local space, owner local space. If I do this for all of them, at least I get this. The fact that after original instead of replace, so I can still pose them, so this is very important. This is what I want. Then I can go on local space, local space. The fact they go on the front is actually beneficial to me. In case I want to pose that, I will probably want to pose the eyebrow bones. There are probably clearer methods. Maybe I should make those bones larger now. Yes, let's do this. Okay. So the logic is simple. As I pose the eye contour, I can also repose the eyebrow mesh for more specific deformations of the eyebrow, which can have special deformations despite the shape that the eye contour is having. Of course, this can become a mess in animation. I'm not sure if it's the best solution out there. It sounds pretty feasible. In this case we have an automation, and at the same time we can split them, so split the pose, right? Gives more versatility, because then I can have an expression for the eyebrow like that, which is highly deforming, highly deforming posing like that for the eyebrow, but that doesn't cause a lot of deformation for the skin of the face.